The original builders of Kemet in Egypt, hieroglyphics depicted us who lighten the features. Why do images of Jesus rival biblical teachings? That's not preachy, bro.
Man, that ain't hip hop. Salem Songs, The Joint. We got another artist here. We did his album review. This guy's been in hip hop for forever, still making great music. The man Cormega. What's good, man?
What's good, bro?
How'd you feel? I'm gonna go right into it. How'd you feel about our album review?
I think it was cool. It was I like the fact that it's a forum, it's open-minded, it's different opinions, and I caught wind of it before I did the I forgot who told me to check a link, and I caught wind of it recently, but I was impressed, and I'm always happy when I see brothers doing something, you know what I'm saying, with this culture of ours, instead of other people giving opinions of things that they really don't understand, that they just enjoy it for entertainment purposes.
Behind this album, like Mega Philosophy, like is easily, one of the best albums of 2014, hands down. Like when you started writing that, like what was like going through your head at that time?
Originally, I was doing a standard Cormega album, like I usually do, and then I did the song Industry, so that was gonna be for a different album. And then when I did the song, I wanted to speak truths on what was going on, but I didn't want to do it in a scorned way, and I wanted to be introspective and informative, because a lot of people, like they said yesterday at the show, like a lot of people look up to me as far as indie stuff, or come to me for advice, and I'm the first artist that ever got a Source Award for independent. I trailblazed a lot of things, but so everybody always thought it was just easy, or like I'm just gonna not be major, I'll go indie, that's easy, but it's not. So I wanted to speak truth, and I wanted to say things in a common sense way in that song. Not common sense the rapper, I'm talking about common sense, using your mind. So it's like the beef DVDs thing. It's like things like beef DVD and all of that stuff, it bothers me, because when you think about the average rapper that has beefs and or that's in the streets, you see them beefing, you see them having conflict, and they F you and this and that and this and that, and then somebody throw a camera in their face, and then somebody throw a camera in this guy's face, and then next thing you know, these guys with this footage, they sell it, the footage, to QD3. So these low scale dudes, they make money, because QD3's gonna give them some money. And QD3, beef becomes put on television on BT. So you know he's getting a check, and he's getting royalties. But the guy that was doing all the rah-rah-rah, what do they get? Nothing. So it's like I was giving them points. I was saying a lot of things that just make people think, and I was happy with that. So after Industry was done, that's when me and Large Professor started talking about, all right, let's just make the album that we was gonna do, the Cormega joint with Large Pro. So then he came up with the title. When he said the album would be called Mega Philosophy, I said, all right. I had to think of the title and the content, what it's gonna be, because you can't have an album called Mega Philosophy talking about I'm in Queensbridge with cracks, or you know what I'm saying. And the philosophy, what is philosophy? Is it's your thoughts, it's theories. So I said I got to be real. I got to think outside the box on this. And I said, if you look at previous interviews, I said this album I'm gonna lose some people, and I'm taking a lot of risks, because first of all, certain people aren't comfortable with black people talking about rising, or certain people ain't comfortable with seeing black people love each other, and so I started making these observations, and I wanted to spill it in my music. Like there was one time I made a comment on something, I forgot what it was, but I asked my publicist, and at the end of the comment I said power to the people. Nowadays when you make a statement, it goes on the internet and then it goes to numerous sites.
Yeah.
So by the time my statement got to the internet, the power to the people part was edited out. I didn't say take out power to the people.
Right.
So I was like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Because if I'd have said F this rapper or something, if I say something bad about somebody, every word verbatim would be in it. So I started seeing these things, and then I started wanting to reflect in my music. And then there were certain things that was happening in life. As a black man, it's like, I'm totally innocent. I'm not in the streets no more. I don't do nothing. So why do I still feel nervous when a cop pull up behind me? Why do I get that feeling like, oh man? And then I have to catch myself like, wait a minute, I'm not even doing that. Why we gotta feel like that, people?
Yeah.
That's for one. Why I gotta be like, damn, my son is a 3-year-old kid. Why now I have to think about, I have to teach my son how to respond to an officer.
Gotta give him the talk.
Yeah, you know, why we have to do that? So it's things like that was in my mind. Sometimes you hear the news and you be like, yo, you heard about the kid that got killed by the cop? And you be like, oh, no, I've been heard about that. That was 3 months ago. You're like, you know, they be like, nah, I'm talking about last week. So this is happening every month. I gotta talk about that. Now the labels, once the money got involved, once the labels get involved, it's like, okay, well, we don't really care about how dope you are. We want you to sell this amount. So now it's like they begin to have a formula for our stuff,
right,
which had no formula. We wasn't structured. We didn't have. It wasn't about having the perfect like we didn't have to have the perfect sound. We stole sound. We had fucking extension cords going into lampposts and stuff. We didn't have all the advanced stuff. So now when y'all come with the advanced stuff, y'all want to change the rules. Okay, well, don't do that. We need it. We don't want to. That song is cool, but we need something that's hot. That hot ruins shit. So now it's like somebody does something, his album is successful. Now the labels they want to repeat that process because it's a money thing. It's not about music anymore. It's about funding. It's about the money. It's about getting a return on their investment and some. So these are things that I wanted to talk about. So when I did this album, there's so much things that I wanted to touch on, and I wanted to just be real, and I wanted people to see me, because sometimes like I don't mind my brothers criticizing me, because at least y'all understand that. When I made the song More, I basically was saying like we're more, because they look at us as animals. It's like why do we have to do so much to prove we're human? We have to go outside the box just to show that we're human. Like a lot of black artists and entertainers, etc., why did we have to feel like when I was younger, or not even maybe young as a age, but younger mentally, it's like, why do we have to feel the need to, oh, let me throw in these chains, some extra chains or some diamonds, so when they see me, they respect me? Why do we got to do that? But a white person that lives in a trailer home doesn't have to do that. He's still a man. But a black person is like, we got to do so much just to be accepted. Why do I have to go buy Rolex and big chains so I can be accepted? And then at the end of the day, you're still not accepted. You're just a nigga with money to them. And then once and they want your money, and then after that go back to being a nigga. So it's like so much things that was happening. We got the Trayvon thing, the Sean Bell thing, the mockery and the disrespect and the discontempt towards our Did you ever see a president that was so easily accessible? I'm talking about, when I say easily accessible, I'm talking about the White House has been infiltrated at least 3 times.
3, yeah.
Have you ever?
Never.
Nah.
Have you ever seen such sarcasm and disrespect amongst Congress and Senate? I'd be like, yo, these motherfuckers be forgetting he the president, like the way they talk. So it's so, yo, everything ain't apples. It's not an apple pie out here. Everything ain't all love. So once I opened my eyes and I seen that, I said I gotta talk my talk. I gotta talk some real shit. So it's like I started loving my people more. I started seeing shit like, you know, when you're younger, oh man, I gotta get waves, so I gotta do this. You thinking naps? Oh man, you got nappy hair. No, there's no nappy hair is beautiful. Like what's wrong? Like I started loving my people more and myself more from me seeing all the shit that was happening, and then from me traveling the world. I went to Africa recently. I went to Haiti. When the Haiti thing happened, you know, I went out there. No, matter of fact, not when it happened, because I didn't go out there when everybody went, because that's the spotlight shit. That's the, right. You know, you go out there, the cameras is out there, the media, so you're getting free exposure. And a lot of people is fake. We have a lot of fake people that do shit like that. They'll make it seem like they helping, so they out there, but really you're just getting a free trip and you're getting free exposure. So I didn't go when that. I went when the smoke settled. And when everything was going, I was in Haiti. Me, Styles P, and the Motor Technique, and I went out there, and I seen the destruction, and I seen, you know, it humbled me, and I stopped wearing jewelry at that point. You know, I still have mad jewelry. I stopped wearing it at that point, and then the thing that made me love my people so much, these people in Haiti, they had nothing. I mean, they had I'm emotional now even talking about it. They had nothing. But they wasn't complaining, and they still found a way to. There was festivities out there. There was like parties and stuff, and it was fucked up. It was like a movie. If you think one of those movies like when shit is just destroyed, it was like that. But they wasn't complaining, and they was still had harmony amongst themselves. And I looked at and I was like, yo, look at how we be acting over bullshit, and they have nothing, and they're happy. So it just changed me. And then I went to Africa, see the same thing. But here we are in America. I remember driving my H2, not content, like, damn, I wonder what I'm gonna get next. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's like, what are we doing? What we spent, the black dollar doesn't even stay in the community. But everybody else dollar does. It's like, so much stuff happening that an artist is gonna reflect that. A rapper's just gonna do what's hot. Oh, now I'm gonna do this trap music shit, I'm gonna do this. I could do another Realness album in 2 weeks, that's easy. But you know what I'm saying, I wanted to do something different, so that's why Mega Philosophy is this. There's so much happening in our lives. Like the song Rise, I said, well, minorities compete against law degrees for freedom accompanied by attorney fees. Cause it's like a game of, it's like a tug, and in my mind, I might have not did it in the video, but in my mind, I see a tug of war. I see black brothers. I take y'all 5 brothers. I see y'all at the end of a rope, pulling it. And on the other end of the rope, I see 5 district attorneys, 5 lawyers, you know what I'm saying, and 5 cops. So who's gonna win? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always a struggle for us. Like, I see so much happen. And then, one day I was talking to one of my friends, he was like, damn man, you remind me of like how your life is reminds me of like my grandfather. And he was like, cause he was talking about death. Like, how we're almost immune to death because so many people died in our community. It was a point where a lot of people in the street, and even in the music, if you listen to some people's music, they'll say, yo, I didn't think I'd make it to 21. Who the fuck thinks like that?
Or you hear the statistic growing up, you know, we've all heard it, that black man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and it's a celebration when you do. You know, you're like, oh, I made it, you know?
Yo, that's the thing about our community. That's the thing about us. There's things that differentiate people. And with my music, I took it upon myself recently to say, if I could do something extra with it to help lives, why not? Another reason that my content has changed because I've been to jail. So a lot of people that have been to jail, they look up to me because they said, he made something out of himself. Because when you're in jail, you're taught you're nothing. You got a conviction, you might not ever get a job again, you're a piece of shit. I had a CEO look at me with the worst look ever, like, you convict, like I ain't shit. And I was like, wow. So when I made it, that's the first person I thought of. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, yeah, because my man was in the jail and they was watching me on the TV in the day room, and they was proud. And that CEO was there. And I was like, yeah, tell the fat ass I am a motherfucker. I said, tell that fat ass motherfucker, yeah, how you like me now? So that made me feel good. So I know I can help people and I can inspire people. And I've visited Rikers Island a few times since I've been home. Not even just to rap, but to talk to them. Like, don't try to be like me. And my man recently, his son was you know, trying to dabble into the streets. And then he ain't about that life. So he brought his son to me. Like, who you think the kids in the street is gonna listen to? Me or one of those so-called positive rappers? They're gonna listen to me because even as kids, I don't care if you're a street kid or not, sometimes it's just about being hip. Like sometimes your parent might have told you something you was little, and you'd be like, come on, I ain't trying to hear that. But that cool uncle, you might listen to him because he knows. Right. So it's like, I could tell a kid, yo, you don't want to be in them streets. Or like how our parents told us don't smoke and don't do this, and you'd be like, whatever, or whatever. Cause you think dad ain't happy, he don't know. But I told my man, son, I brought him to my crib. I started opening picture books. I started letting him see my friends. My man Blue standing in front of BM, chilling, balling floors. I showed him my man Fly Tie. I showed him a lot of my close friends. I said, he's chilling, right? I said, what about him? He's like, word, 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 word. And then I told him the stories. I said, he got killed. He got killed for drugs. You know what I'm saying? I said, the cops killed my other man. I said, he's dead, he's in jail, he got this many years, he got this, he got that. I said, you don't want this. And I said, you know why else you shouldn't even think about it? I said, look at my house. My house is nice. I said, now, look at your house. Because his house is nice. I said, your father doesn't rap and he doesn't sell drugs, but he has a house equally as nice as mine, if not better. I said, you should respect your father. I said, he busts his ass so y'all can live like this. He works. I said, I respect your father. I said, I wish I had a father like your father. Straight up. So it's like Molly. I didn't even know what Molly was. I heard it so much in rap that I had to ask somebody recently, what the fuck is Molly? And then a promoter showed it to me because they think every rapper sniffs coke or does drugs. So he's like, I got some coke, and I was like, I don't drink soda. And he's like, nah. I was like, nah, don't do that. And then he's like, I got bud, I got this, I got Molly. I said, word. I said, let me see the Molly. I said, I don't want it, I just want to see it, because I want to see what the fuck this shit is. He pulled out a bag, and it was 2 fucking rocks. So that shit like fucking crack. Yeah. There's different kind of Mollies. I think there might be a powder one, and then there's a rock one. Powder and rock. So is this a new way of saying crack and coke? And these rappers are saying this shit in their songs? I thought Molly was a girl or a jump off or something. I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, wait a minute, these dudes are sophisticated crackheads.
Right. Real talk.
Straight up.
Yeah.
If you spray gold spray paint on a piece of shit, it's still shit.
Exactly, bro.
So I can't be that.
Yeah.
So that at the end of the day, what you do is your legacy. I'm not gonna be that dude that when it's all said and done was just talking about, even when I talked about drugs and stuff on the realness, I wasn't glorifying. I told you the pitfalls about it and et cetera, but I don't want people to think that shit is cool. Never, ever. Yo, I've never had an album that got people to say thank you. Especially our people. Thank you. I had people, thank you, Mega. I've never ever done an album that I had people say, yo, this album is ill. But thank you. But I did have to tell people, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna throw the hoodie back on. But you know, this was necessary for my legacy. This was gonna separate me from rapper and an artist.
One of the things that when we first ran into you yesterday, I think you took slight offense to be here saying it was preachy. So,
I was waiting to see B. but my see, one thing that I do love is I love my people,
right.
And I love opinions. I'm not opinions, whether it's pro or con. Opinions can help you grow.
Right.
Because he might have said something that might have made me go word. But when he said certain things were preachy, I took offense because he's black. And that's what I expected the white people to say. And then when I looked at the album, I was like, I wanted to know what he was talking about. So it's great that I was able to joke about it with him yesterday. So I wasn't that mad. Because if I was pissed, I'd be like, you bugging. Because I really was gonna come like, you know, there's some self-righteous niggas, and you know that. You know, so I didn't know at first if he was one of them, but I know now he's not. Because I was gonna tell him I had some words, I had some things planned out. I said, my man, no, I was like, yo, I was waiting. I was like, I know what I'm gonna call him and everything, but I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Oh man.
But I wasn't gonna be disrespectful. I could tell you one of the things.
I was gonna ask. At least one. Yeah.
Right. I was gonna ask him. I was gonna say.
He can take
Go ahead.
We probably said words.
So let's do it.
Let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
What was preachy to you?
I guess I just felt like it was like hit over the head like too much. I guess.
Which one? Which song? You talking about the album in general?
I guess like the album in general, because like I said in the review, I love your personal songs. You know, lessons. Valuable lessons.
Okay.
You know that song. I even like Rap Basquiat because it kind of reminded me like it gave me that realness you like why I became a huge fan of you. So hearing this, and I said in the review too, I love what he was talking about. It just seemed like it was just like bam.
Anybody got the album list?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah. So go ahead, I'm listening, bro.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Like Industry was good, More was good, and I think that's when it was like, okay, and then Reflection. I'm saying, okay, damn. I mean, it was just too much. And then Rise was good, but it was just look, the album was right. It was just seem like it was so over my head, like too much, and it's crazy because people was coming to me like. People that I know is like, B, I'm surprised you didn't like this album because you love Chuck D and he's pretty much like you know, you love Chuck D music. Why you wasn't feeling this album? I was like, man, I don't know. I said, I guess it's just like I'm used to the. Not used to, but I still wanted that charismatic Cormega that
you wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
it's like you go if you see Martin in a drama movie.
Yeah. Like on the Testament, I mean, you was speaking some real shit on there too, but I felt like you was still like, just MC wise, you was just like, oh man, you was amazing to me.
But during the Testament, if we go back to the year of the Testament, I would have at least 14 more friends physically still breathing. I would have no kids. It's like if you telling somebody how to live their lives. If you speak of truths, I don't consider preaching. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't. On more, I said pick your pants up, enhance your appearance, it traps us. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I said I preach. But everything else that I said was to uplift us and let us know that we're not at the bottom. We're more than niggas. We're more than niggas standing on the corner dealing. Jail is a business trying to employ our children and destroy our mental. Every day we more conditioned to conform to ignorance and ignore wisdom. A darker pigment gets you 50 shots and cops acquitted. Sean Bell's family ain't gonna say that's preachy. While Mumia dreams of freedom from a cot in prison, knowledge of self help me overstand my...
I know you got that.
Say something to that.
Say something to that. Give my fucking phone back.
The original builders of Kemet in Egypt, hieroglyphics depicted us. Who lighten the features? Why do images of Jesus rival biblical teachings? That's not preachy, bro. Sometimes you see those people, those archaeologists in there with the brushes, and it seems like they helping dust it. Nah, those brushes have chemicals in it that lighten it. There's research on that. This is us. Telling us we came from something great. Oh, you don't want to give us credit for the pyramids? That wasn't us? So why the fuck is there pyramids in Sudan? Because you definitely say Sudanese is black. There's pyramids in Sudan too. They look just like those. They're just not as grand because Egypt had more money.
You know what it is? You know what it is? We had a discussion about this, and I think what it is the fact that we review a lot of shit, and a large majority of the stuff we get, they don't talk about anything.
Exactly.
So I think what it is when you have someone like you that comes around and really talks about real shit and stuff that, you know, we as men see every day, but we don't hear us talking about it. I get what B was saying. I don't think it was meant as an insult. I think it was just meant as like an observation of, you know, you're actually talking about real shit, and a lot of rappers today aren't really doing that. Because I don't think he's the only one that has that opinion. It was just, you know what? My thing is this. I would say it's preachy, but not in a bad way. It's a good preachy. Like I think I was telling you this too. Like the word preachy is now being given a negative connotation. So when he says it's preachy, it just sounds like an insult. I say your shit is preachy, but I say make it preachy. Make it as preachy as possible, because we need that. We don't need to hear every day like she got a fat ass. She got a fat ass. You know, I got this fancy car. We don't need to hear that every day. But the shit that you were just spitting, we do need to hear that.
And it's not like you're telling us to do certain things. Like you said, you're just opening our eyes like, damn, you know, you right.
Exactly.
And that's why like in the album I said like, since Fonte's Charity Start at Home, it's the best grown man album, because it was just like, damn, you really opening my eyes like, damn, you know what? Like you're making me second guess some of the shit that I'm listening to, because it's like, damn, maybe that shit is influencing me. But it's like, people like you in that album, Mega Philosophy, is a balance of hip hop that isn't there, and we continuously need that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why we do what we do, and we listen to the music and really give our opinion, because I know for me, I always say that. Like, I'm not saying that we should dead everything, but at the same time, balance. Mega Philosophy should be played. People need to hear this. If you want to be entertained and party and stuff, okay, there's music for that. But at the same time, sometimes you just need to turn down and just rein in and listen to something that's going to open your mind and make you look at the world a little bit different. And I think that that's what you did an excellent job of. It's taking all these experiences that I didn't even know and putting it into the album and just making me think outside the box, man. That's what I appreciated about the album.
Thank you.
Yeah, because one thing I always noticed about, ever since I've been a fan, like, you had like this mainstream folks, you was around these mainstream people and you still were like independent, and you was still doing, and you mentioned that in your showcase yesterday, you was like, yeah, I'm like one of the first dudes to be like doing this independently, and no one like really recognized that. And I'm like, if you listen to all his albums, you did this all independently, and you still create that fan base. And I thought it was amazing that you mentioned it. I'm like, he's right, because when I remember when I was bumping, I'm like, damn, this dude he's not signed to no label, but this dude is still making quality music just as much as someone that's signed. So I always thought it was amazing that you brought that up. So
I appreciate that.
Love the album, man. I think, you know, I compared it to like Marvin Gaye's What's Going On as well. For me, it felt like that, you know, because it came at a time where, you know, the industry's one way, and you know, we needed something positive that's going to impact, you know, us. You know what I'm saying? And it had a lot of truths in it, so I loved it.
This right up Ken Alley right here. This right up your alley.
Yeah, this was right up my alley. So man, much respect, man. So I appreciate you coming through, man.
It's all good.
More importantly, I appreciate the album.
Thank you for coming through. You know, That Ain't Hip Hop, Salem Songs, man, the joint. We got Cormega here. Great interview. We dropped Mega Philosophy literally
Right here.
here right now. It's live. It wasn't audio. It's video. So you get to see, man. Dude's deep, man. I'm just glad you came through, man.
Thanks, bro.
And show love to That Ain't Hip Hop, and the fact that you actually watched it and appreciated it, man.
I love y'all. I respect y'all, man.
That's what's up.
And Bryce is my man, and everybody know that. It's my man right there.
I love the album, and I hope your next album is preachy. Keep being preachy and keep
Alright.
talking that real shit, because like I really think that people need to hear it. And what I think it was so dope about your album in particular was you were saying real shit, but you were saying it in a good way, because you got the skill.
Thank
A
you.
lot of dudes that's caught there and they just throw this shit out and it's just real deadpan. You were spinning shit like the sagging line. Like I just never even thought about that. You know, so I appreciate your lyricism, and I appreciate the fact that you said some genuine real shit.
Thanks, bro.
So
And Beasley 430.
Yeah.
apologize.
appreciate you dropping bars on me today, man. Appreciate that. And, you know, just like them, I really appreciate you coming out. Look, I've always been a huge fan of you since like late 90s. So, you know, I'm glad I'm sitting here talking to you and
Thanks, brother.
hitting me with knowledge like crazy. I'm up here sitting here with a dumb face. But, you know, it's all good, man. I'm glad you put that in perspective. And like I said, like he said, I appreciate your lyricism, everything about you. So, you know, if you make the next album, if you're gonna talk some real shit, I still want that Cormega.
I got you.
Know,
I got
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I brought the hoodie out the closet.
Okay. I still want that. So I appreciate you, man.
I do appreciate you too, brother.
That's what's up, man.